So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have here is a simple set of NQ charts that I'm working on most often. So let's get started. So I will not waste time delving into details how or what's the science behind that accelerometer. As I don't care what makes my laptop actually showing stuff on the screen. What I'm focused on is explaining briefly what I've learned through a year of looking at it from different angles. So it is the accelerometer, so it shows when some things accelerate in the market. It shows when something's cooking, simply. Markets differ, so the snake needs some adjustments, and there are two adjustments you can make, just two. Such a complicated piece, is it? Huh? First of all, and don't laugh, let me go in here. First setting is to make it actually visible. And don't laugh, I'm saying this on purpose because throughout the year of having casual talks with some people, I get the feedback, I cannot see anything, it's flat line. Okay, so make it not flat. Okay, adjust it. So the first adjustment is to adjust the scale on the right here. And the second thing that you need to do, and which would be very useful, is to set up the thresholds. And this again differs from taking in consideration what type of chart you have. Is it bar chart or minute chart? What asset is it, and what time frame is it? So it will differ on every possible option. For example, on 15-minute chart, it is at this point, at this time of year, at this time of market activity, this is 0.5 positive negative. And on 5-minute chart, I use now 0.4 setting. So how to do it actually? You just draw a line. Where is it here? I just press F6 here, F6 here. Then you go to properties, and you put this value manually, like minus. We are on 3-minute chart, so I put 0.3. Excuse me, minus 0.3. And on the positive side, 0.3. And make sure you lock it, because otherwise you can move the line involuntarily. So now we can see that this snake, this accelerometer, sometimes is within the thresholds and sometimes goes away and then eventually, of course, comes back. So what does it say to me? Imagine, for example, some athletes competition, sort of when there are all of them together, like running. No matter if you are a fan or not, everyone saw this thing at least once in a lifetime. They come to the track, they walk around in waiting, they come to their positions, they put their hands on the ground, then they lift their butts up, and then they shot fires and they run. Can you visualize that? This is what the snake does for me. It shows me when a shot is about to be fired. So let's get back here. On 15-minute charts, typically since the market opens, you won't see much here till after 11. Sometimes a position can be taken after 4, after 10, after 10:30. But what I'm waiting for is the snake coming back within the thresholds. It has to come back within the thresholds, and taking a look at this carefully informs me if I should take a trade or not. The snake is not the only thing to be considered. The most very important thing is the price action. So on the 5-minute chart here, so what do I want to see? What I want to see? I want to see. Let me go here because it is a very good example. We know what happened at 8:30 Eastern today. Boom. And the snake has left the thresholds. And then after such a dump, we have always the reversal. So what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the snake to come back within thresholds. And it is this very moment when it comes back within thresholds. This is one of the factors that decide if I take the position or not. Second is the risk to reward. I need to check what's the size of the candle that gives me the signal. It's like 10 points, and 10 points is acceptable risk for me. I don't know what's yours, but 10 points on NQ is acceptable risk. Because this is what I'm showing you here. This is the triggering candle, the candle that made that after it was completed, the snake gave the positive signal, which means it came back within thresholds quite near to the zero line. So what do I expect from such a setup? It's on NQ, I expect at least 10 points gain, and also at least the size of the triggering candle to be repeated. So this move actually gave could have given, if I would take this trade, it could have given 30 points. So trading two contracts, which I prefer to do, just to book some profit and then let the other part keep trading. So this could give us up to 30 points within over a minute of entering this. Not even a minute, in less than a minute from entering that position. So what you want to see is that something starts happening, which means the snake goes away from threshold and then comes back. When it comes back, you check the price action. If it's the right price action, it doesn't really matter what time of day it is. You just go. You just go. And this is how I see it. Let me see if we can see here something on this 3-minute chart. At the moment, really nothing, and the price is in between trigger points, so this is a no-go zone for me. I hate those trigger points as much as I hate traffic control patrols, traffic police. But if I like them or not, they are there, but it's better to know where they are than not to know that. So this is the advantage that is given here by the trigger point indicators. It shows where the traffic police is hidden and can influence the smoothness of the driving. So this is how I see it, and it is really impossible to give information what distance of the thresholds from the zero line would be on every asset, because I don't even look at other assets except maybe ES, which I use as a indicator of correlation. That I have installed it here, and I can also see if if ES is hitting one of those of its trigger points. Is it either support or resistance? I can see it here in this small panel. And what should you do? What should you do in order to adjust this accelerometer on your own? Just scroll the simply you don't know. You just set up a chart or a new time frame, and you want to find out where to put thresholds, which means how to filter out movements that are meaningless. So let me get back to yesterday. Let me scroll to yesterday. So that's like a London session yesterday already. Yeah, here's about the London session. So in this early pre-market, as you in the States used to say, it wasn't giving any signals yesterday, as we already know. It was not perfect day for trading. So maybe we'll not look for exact entry opportunities, but let's focus on how to figure out how to set up that trigger points, not trigger points, thresholds. So we can see something happened here. The accelerometer made some movement, and it's actually correlated with this large candle. It was just 15 minutes after opening of the London session. The next candle is negative. It's also red. What can we see? The accelerometer came back to its thresholds. So prior to that movement, the price was going in a tunnel, and this candle has broke out from this descending tunnel, and the movement was illustrated also by this snake coming out from thresholds, which means it left this very narrow area next around the median line, and comparing other similar events on the chart with what the snake has done, it made me to set on this 3-minute chart the thresholds on the value 0.3. So let's go to the to this moment. We have a strong movement down, and a significant snake reading here. What does it mean for me? It means that after the accelerometer crosses threshold, leaves the threshold zone, the market will either chop or pivot. It can do one of those two things. It will chop or pivot. Just notification from my Ninja that connection was lost, but it's already regained. So this is not indication of entering the market, but indication that something is going on. Something's going on in the market. And what can we see then? We can see then another candle which is red, but with long wick down. It suggests that there is a high buying pressure here. Next candle we have already positive. Next candle we have already positive, and the snake is within thresholds. So this is, upon this candle is closed, this is the entry point. And this candle is very tiny, which is 78, 80. It's like 2 points. 2 points. Going to the previous candle, it's like 6 points. So taking a risk, even 6 points here, you can make the long entry after this triggering candle has been completed, not before. And just to illustrate, I didn't work at that time. I didn't take this trade, and given the circumstances here all around, I don't know if I would be trading this anyway, because those readings were not much appealing to me, as I can see. So coming back to today's, maybe I will somebody asked what's the time frame of the chart. This is 3 minutes, this is 15 minutes. 3 minutes, 15 minutes. On the right side is 5 minutes, and here is like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So let me pause it for here for a moment, and I will try to share with you something else. It will be this, and come on, how to do it. Oh yes, I'm editing the size of the screen that will be shared. Let me hide the tools somewhere. I don't know if you can see them. I can see them and then disturb me.
No, the controllers, you see them, but we don't see them.
Ah, good. So this is an exemplary trade taken on my 10th actually, and it features set of 3 and 30 second chart. Just as a quick example, it's on a fast forward, so so you can see actually what I could see when I was live trading this.
I see you push your stop loss just like me really tight.
In some cases, yes, but sometimes I let it run. But it was such a time, and this is I didn't frame this video really correct, so we cannot see that what was the time of the day, but it was a rush hour actually. So it was rush hour. This is another example. Let me pause it here, maybe go back a bit. Okay, so what can we see here? This is quite significant movement. Then we have the retracement. And after, we don't have this pointer here, but on this long green candle, we had the trigger point. We had the snake leaving the trigger, leaving the thresholds, and then the price started consolidating for a little time on the upper part of that candle. Maybe in 1/3, but definitely not lower than a half of it. on the left side, what we could see was also some for me bullish formation. So going a little bit to here. This was the moment I decided to enter the market, because the trigger point after this breakout came back to its zone, and the price action was telling me that this is just a consolidation. So I took my risk and entered.
Does when the snake goes below the threshold, do you look at that as if it's oversold?
No, I don't care about oversold, overbought.
Okay.
It doesn't show me that. It shows me
Okay.
what it shows me the moment, here, when it's outside the threshold. Is what I was talking about. Those athletes, those runners are just walking around and prepare to take their positions. And when the snake comes back within thresholds, it is for me the indication that they have taken their positions and are ready to go. And then the price action tells me the direction. The snake does not tell the direction. Only the chart tells me the direction.
Oh, okay.
The snake tells me only if it's ready to fire, and nothing else, actually, nothing else. There is like a 0-1. Is it ready or is it not? So this is actually this is today. So this was like a quick scalp. I wanted to make some exemplary video and illustrating our today's topic. So I made it as you were talking. The result is not impressive, but it's just a scalp.
Not impressive for you, or
non-impressive for me. Yes, comparing to all other trades taken and set on videos. Yeah. So if I would switch here to the 5-minute chart and keep playing 5-minute chart, I would set up the stop loss accordingly to the 5-minute chart indication, which means under the 5-minute, the triggering 5-minute candle. This is my May the 9th, and this is definitely after market open. So this is how it works in real life conditions, let's say. Boom. Let's make the last one, I think. It's getting boring, isn't it? Here you could see for a moment, I switched to another time frame to, yes, here. Come on. Oh, here to see how it looks, and it looked good. So I decided to keep the trade going. taken. I want to see the last one, or you have enough?
Yeah, go ahead.
So here it was quite boring situation, market situation, but eventually the trigger point was the threshold was broken, and then observing the price action made me enter the market. There was some little drawback, but on the left side you can see on the left chart that the situation was still looking good. So despite this little way down, it was still good to hold it trade, to hold this trade.
And so you already have your ATM strategy. As you enter a trade, you just basically sit back.
Yes,
unless you push your
not always, because I adjust the stop loss to the condition.
Yeah.
And in such case, sometimes I also adjust at least one take profit. So because I want this, sometimes the stop loss is lower than the default. Sometimes it's bigger because it can happen that the price sometimes, although you didn't see here any such an event for the whole last week, but the price can retest the bottom of the week of the triggering candle, but it does very rarely. And when it does, when your entry is either you made mistake or it was just the statistics against you, you do not re-enter the market on the same setup.
Yep.
You know, to get it back. No, just wait for another setup. Never ever try to re-enter the market on the same setup. Just wait for another one.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, but
if it didn't work, it was not the bad luck. It was just the statistics, and there is a good chance that it will be eventually either bouncing up down here and knocking you out of your next stop loss, knocking the stop loss of your next trade, or it will go totally against you. So just do not re-enter on the same setup.
Yep. But you guys see that he already has. This is what I'm talking about, right? He already has set targets, right? So that's what their targets are. So that's what I'm saying. Like every time you take a trade, you should already have your targets, how much you aiming for, so you're not just winging it or seeing how much you can get out of the market, right? If you just hit your targets and get out, right? So
yes, that's very correct.
Let me see if I'm understanding like just the basic of the way you look at it. So you have on the accelerometer, you do have your two lines, which is like a 0.30 negative, 0.30 positive. If you see the accelerometer go outside those lines, what you want is for it to come back to the middle, correct?
Not exactly to the middle, just within thresholds, but the nearer to the median line, the better.
Okay.
The nearer to the median line, the better.
I'm sorry. If they're outside those lines, that's when you start getting ready, right?
Yes, and I actually on a 15-minute chart, I have an alert set to give me a signal when actually the accelerometer comes back. Okay, I don't have to look at this until I can hear the alarm, but this is quite. That also requires attention, because although it comes from, let's see, +2 to plus 0.3, then of course makes ring. But if it goes from +5 to -5, it will also give me a signal. But it is important to take a look at the chart, not only to listen to the signal, because I do not know how to set those alerts more precisely.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the last video, so I will stop with this and let's get back to. No, I cannot. Okay, then doesn't matter. So I think we've seen enough for the beginning, and the principles are really simple for this to trade with this indicator. Just take some time to scroll the chart left and to see what value given by the accelerometer reflects some action on the chart. What is enough to be shown by the snake to reflect that the market made some significant move. Just observe if there is a pivot after such a move, or a chop starts after such a move, and if so, then this is the proper value, and it will not be working the same way all the year, because there is a different level of contracts traded during summer, during nowadays. So probably during summer, those thresholds can be set up a bit thinner, more near to the median line, because the market would be working slower. The acceleration would not be that significant. Okay, so this is actually all that I had prepared.
Okay.
I hope that this is now more clear for you what the accelerometer is and what it is not. And answering your question, my name should be pronounced Maciej.
Sorry about that, Maji.
Yes, but this is difficult for everyone outside this part of the world to figure out, and I really got used to various versions.
So we'll just stick with the gambling man then.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing.
All right. Anybody has a question on that? I mean, I know, guys. Here's the thing, guys. It's something that is brand new if you guys haven't used it. So don't think you're gonna learn it right now in just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You know. So he was just going over what he's looking into. You guys see that he still considers price action. So again, it's just an extra tool, guys, that you can use. So you're gonna have to play with it. You know, market replay, play with it and see more or less. You guys saw like what the settings are more or less about those two lines, the 30 negative, 30 positive. Waits for the snake to go outside those boundaries, and if once it comes back within those boundaries, that's when he starts getting ready to take a trade. So it's not just the accelerometer doing that, like going out and come back in and take a trade. No, I mean it's just telling him that, all right, let's get ready to see if there's a possibility. Just like I tell you guys here, right? Like we wait for the market to do certain things because we like price action. So we want to see if the market is holding a certain level, if it's making a certain move, right? Because we want to see if we can follow what the market is telling us. But so again, guys, don't think that if you're a little bit confused, it's okay. It's normal. But if you have any questions for Mr. Gambling Man right now, this is the time that you can ask them. Anybody that you want to You have a microphone, you can jump in, or if you want to put them on the chat. Can you show how you figure out the threshold lines? Are you talking about the 30% and the negative 30 and then the positive 30?
This is on 3 minutes. On 15 minutes, it's 0.5. On 5 minutes, it's 0.4. On 30 seconds, it's 0.3. Or on 4 hours, it's 5.
So it depends on the time frame. You have different settings. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Because yeah, if you put it on different time frame, you will see that the accelerometer looks different. So it has to be adjusted. It has to be adjusted to the asset and to the time frame. On CL, I remember that there were on small time frames there were like 0.00 something those thresholds. So it really depends on asset and time frame.
Got it. Do you think maybe you can share those settings with us, like maybe just a couple, like the 5 minute, 3 minutes, 15 minutes, so we can have an idea.
On NQ, okay, because I don't put it on anything else. So on NQ, on 5 minutes, it's 0.4. On 15 minutes, it's 0.5. On 3 minutes, it's 0.3. On 30 seconds, if you want to check it, it's 0.2, as I remember. Yeah.
And you take what time frame do you take the trades off of?
It really depends. It's during the rush hour, let's say, it's no point on looking at 15 minutes and 5 minutes alone to take the trade. In that case, I switch to 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh wow!
And after the rush is gone, all the haste is gone. You can easily switch to 15 minutes and 5 minutes and wait for the signal to come. Compare 15 minutes indication with 5 minutes indication, 15 minutes price action with 5 minutes price action. And either go or not, and mind the size of the candle, okay? Because the triggering candle is the size of the triggering candle is your stop loss. So if the triggering candle is too big, just pass it. And or switch to micros. But please mind the size of the triggering candle. In many cases, it would be like 4 points, 5 points, 6 points, like nothing. But just don't push it and don't trade it when it is too large.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. So 5 minutes, he has it at 0.4, 15 minutes, 0.5. 3 minutes, 0.3, and 30 seconds, 0.2.
Yes.